Over 13 seasons, any show's gonna make mistakes, and that's what we're here to talk about. Hey folks, welcome to Squirrel Tactics, and we're taking a look at some of King of the Hill's goofs, errors, and yeah, a full-on retcon. And we're gonna start with the instance that inspired the creation of this video. In the season 11 episode Serpent, Lucky gives Bobby a python to cheer him up on Lady Bird's birthday because
this is the one day a year my dad disappoints me.
However, the snake ends up slithering down the toilet and ends up in the city sewers, except back in the season 4 episode, Not in My Back Ho, Hank mentions where his septic tank is, meaning that his toilet didn't lead to the sewers, it led to the septic tank. So how exactly did the snake get into the sewer? Yeah, it really bothers me. And I'm not even gonna try to explain the layout of Rainy Street and who lives where because that's been moved around way too many times. In season 13's Earthy Girls Are Easy, Bobby plants a pecan tree in the hill yard, of course with Hank's permission, but it disappears for future episodes. The same goes with Figgleforth from Yard She Blows. We never do get to see him glaring at Hank from his place on the dresser in the master bedroom again. And of course there's the case of the missing motorcycle that appears in one episode and is never seen again. And sticking with that missing motorcycle, in season 10's Bill's House, the subplot deals with Peggy learning to ride a bicycle, explaining that she never learned to because she grew up in Montana, we'll get back to that, and so she rode horses rather than learn to ride a bike. However, in the season 7 episode Goodbye Normal Jeans, Peggy steals Bobby's turkey and also his bike, which she clearly knows how to ride rather well. It was also in season 7 that she drove the motorcycle, so if she could drive a motorcycle, why couldn't she ride a bike? And then we get to a full-on retcon with Peggy's backstory, more specifically the fact that these two women are in fact the same character, Maddy Platter, who is Peggy's mother. She appears in flashbacks in season 1's Square Peg as well as in season 2's I Remember Mono, and season 4's Transnational Amusements presents Peggy's magic sex feat. She's also Bobby's secret Valentine and is seen chasing a pig inside the Hill home in I Remember Mono. Plus, she's on the phone with Peggy in season 4's Happy Thanksgiving. But fast forward to season 9's A Rover Runs Through It, where Maddy and Peggy's backstory both get completely changed. Peggy receives a phone call from her mother inviting them to the family ranch in Montana, and Hank mentions that she hadn't heard from her in 20 years. Also, we know from Happy Thanksgiving that Maddy moved back to Montana at some point. And when they get to the family ranch, Maddy looks, sounds, and acts completely different. The first version of Peggy's mom was critical but loving, whereas this version is aggressive and just plain mean. She goes so far as to blame Peggy for the ranch having issues, chastising her for not marrying Sven Grammersdorf.
Sven Grammersdorf?
Whose family farm was bought by Henry Winkler, who then stopped them from using his property to move their cattle. Even after solving the issues and getting Henry Winkler to let them use the cattle trail, therefore saving the ranch, Maddy is still angry and borderline hostile towards Peggy. We do get to see her in one more episode, season 11's Lucky's wedding suit, where she could be seen in the background at Lucky and Luann's wedding, which makes sense because Luann is her granddaughter. We also have the case of Cotton Hill, who in Cotton's plot constantly tries and eventually succeeds, largely thanks to Hank's wife, to gain a plot for his body at the Texas State Cemetery, claiming that a civilian cemetery was no place for a kid's birthday party. But after Cotton's death in Death Picks Cotton, Hank is given a list of Cotton's final wishes and serves me right for giving General S. Patton the bathroom key. And this is where Hank learns that Cotton was actually cremated and his last wish was for Hank to flush his ashes down a toilet that General Patton supposedly used. Plus, why does Cotton's eldest son, that we know of, look just like Hank when Hank gets his looks from his mother? Yeah, Hank and Junichiro should not look exactly like each other. I mean, Bobby and GH both look exactly like Cotton, so who knows. Oh, and somehow between seasons 3 and 13, Heck Dorland went from this to this. Yeah, he got younger. Like and subscribe.